Just last anime season, spring 2023, the newest season of the beloved show Demon Slayer came out, and as it always has been, whenever a new season of Demon Slayer releases, the fans of the show get hype, because it's been one of the biggest shows ever since it came out in 2019. After watching Season 1, the movie, and Season 2, I went into the brand new Season 3, ready to watch a brand new season of Demon Slayer, which is a show I'm not the biggest fan of, but I still found some enjoyment while watching the previous seasons. It is now safe to say that that enjoyment is now entirely gone, and Demon Slayer has completely killed all of my personal hype for the show. I recently made a video addressing my complaints about Studio Mappa, and in that video I think my claims were harsh but fair. I never said Studio Mappa was bad, and I took a side that was somewhat in the middle of the conversation. But not this time. Demon Slayer is really bad, and I will stand on that and give you the exact reasons why I think that in this video, so stick around to the end to know exactly why Demon Slayer is trash. Let's start this video out with the claim. I know you've all been in school and had to write a little essay here and there, you know, a little CER, a claim, evidence, and reasoning. So my big claim for this video would be that Studio Ufotable, or Ufotable, or however you say it, could have picked up any shonen manga at that time, and it still would have turned into the biggest anime in the world. They could have done Black Clover, My Hero, even Boruto, and it still would have become the biggest anime in the world, just like Demon Slayer is. I first got into Demon Slayer off a friend hyping up the show, and was extremely disappointed after I had to legit wait 18 episodes for something cool to happen. Now, I don't know if it's just me, and One Piece fans, you guys especially cannot have an opinion on this, but I don't want to waste episode after episode after episode worth of my time to wait for a show to get good. I personally don't think it's worth it, but somehow I got there, and it was really boring. I don't even really remember what happens in Season 1 other than episode 18 and past. I mean, it left such a bad taste in my mouth that I waited a year after the movie came out to even watch it. Season 1 was extremely basic. If not for its animation, it would just be another run-of-the-mill typical Shonen Jump show that comes out, people watch, then forget about until the next season of the show comes out. Nothing that Demon Slayer Season 1 did story-wise was groundbreaking or worthy of the massive fame that it got. Now when it comes to Mugen Train, I was pleasantly surprised and actually enjoyed the movie. Coming from what I thought about Season 1, after seeing the movie be entertaining, it was a bit of a surprise to me, but I really enjoyed it. I thought the fight and the villains were great, and this arc was really good, so I don't have much to say about the movie. Moving on to Season 2, it seems similar to the movie, and not necessarily in a good way, though it just kind of copied the same exact formula of introduce the characters, then fight the entire rest of the time. Which, this format was fine for the first 2 times, and then we move on to the newest season of Demon Slayer, and we have a big problem, as it seems like every new season now might be moving towards this new format of the show, where we get to know the characters, the Hashira and the villain, and then we fight for 7 episodes, and it's pretty boring and uneventful. To know the exact format of which the events are going to take place in every single season makes the show very predictable and therefore very boring and not as entertaining as, let's say, a Mugen Train once was. Now seeing something do the exact same thing for the last 2 times has been pretty damn boring. I personally thought this season was going to be way better than any of the previous seasons, since the 2 most annoying characters in all of the show weren't in the very beginning of the show, Inosuke and Zenitsu. But of course, I stood corrected, because this season was the one that broke the camel's back for me. I couldn't even make it to the big fight scenes. Long backstories, annoying characters that serve no purpose in the story, and some pretty boring villains and Hashira this time around, unlike the last season and the movie, made this season almost unwatchable for me, and it was incredibly boring for the 4 episodes that I've watched of it. And at that point, I personally just couldn't take anymore, and if it was the best thing ever, I think I'd know about it by now, and that is the point that I dropped the show for good. Now, what worries me the most is all the YouTubers that I've watched who have reviewed the Demon Slayer manga have said that the story falls off towards the end. And with the seasons continuously coming out like this, I think it could get really bad very fast, and that could really ruin the reputation of the show. Now, of course, I personally haven't read the Demon Slayer manga, so I can't say if that's the case for certain, so let me know down in the comments below. Now, the big reveal at the end of Season 3, which I won't spoil, was something not groundbreaking, and we were all expecting it to happen at some point in the show. And to be honest, it doesn't really make me want to continue the show at all. It just seems like Demon Slayer has some very, very boring shonen storytelling with some very, very, very high quality fight scene animation really carrying it, which leads me back to my main point of this video, that any shonen manga that came out around the same time as Demon Slayer could have been picked up by Studio Ufotable and could have become the biggest anime in the world. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below letting me know your guys' opinions on the newest season of Demon Slayer and the direction the story's going down in the comments below, as I'd love to hear your opinions on it. Be sure to check out some of my socials down in the description below, as well as hit that notification bell to never miss another upload just like this one. Be sure to check out some of the videos popping up on screen right about now. But with that being said, as always, thanks for watching. Peace.